Building Self-Confidence Through Adversity. Welcome to the Self-Control channel. Today I will share with you an inspiring and thought-provoking story about a young man who dreamed of becoming a successful businessman. He did not limit himself to dreaming, but he decided to move towards his goal firmly and purposefully, relying on affirmations, the teachings of mentors and the success stories of others that helped him overcome difficult moments. It's a story about how consistency, faith, and learning bring us closer to fulfilling our dreams. Once lived a young man named Marco, who had a big dream of becoming a successful businessman. He was an ordinary young man who at first did not have much resources or knowledge of entrepreneurship, but he had something more important, a definite goal and a will to achieve it. Marco knew that success wouldn't come overnight, and that it had to be worked hard for. Every day he woke up in the morning, he began the day with thoughts that confirmed his faith and perseverance. Marco practiced affirmations every morning, positive affirmations that reminded him that he was capable of achieving his goals. He reiterated to himself, "I'm hardworking and determined. Every day brings me closer to my dreams. I believe in my abilities and I won't give up, no matter how hard it is." These words gave him the strength to start each day with a firm mind, ready to face any challenge. Marco knew that success wouldn't come easily and that the journey could be full of doubts and setbacks. In order not to lose faith and hope, he constantly listened to inspiring stories of people who had had to face difficulties in their journey, but had finally come to success. These stories gave him confidence that he could do it too. If others had been able to make their dreams come true despite the difficulties, why shouldn't he be able to? Marco listened to their stories when he was at a low point and when he felt that doubts inside him began to grow. These stories helped him remember that even the most successful people had started the same way, from scratch, with doubts and insecurities, but they had never given up. In addition to drawing inspiration, Marco was also looking for mentors, people who had already achieved what he was trying to achieve. He realized that in order to find the right path, it is important to learn from the experience of those who have already walked this path. At one point, Marco met a man who had started his business from scratch and built a successful business out of it. This man took Marco under his wing and gave him valuable advice on how to behave in different situations and what mistakes to avoid. Marco was heartily grateful to his mentor, who shared his experience and knowledge with him. The mentor taught Marco that in business, not only knowledge and skills are important, but also mental resilience. The key to success, his mentor said, is consistency. You may have tough days where it feels like nothing is moving forward, but those are the moments where you have to endure and move on. Marco's journey was not easy. There were moments when he felt that his plans were not going as he would have hoped. There were days when he doubted himself and his abilities. Sometimes it seemed that all his work was in vain, that he simply could not achieve success. But in every such moment, Marco thought back to the stories he had heard, how even the most successful people had experienced difficulties, but had still gone on. One thing Marco always kept in mind was that success doesn't come immediately. You will not immediately see the results, but this does not mean that you are not moving in the right direction. Every step, every day, every little step of progress is part of the journey and ultimately brings you closer to your goal. He realized that the most important thing was not only to focus on the final result, but also to enjoy and value the journey that led him there. Over time, Marco's efforts began to bear fruit. His company began to grow quietly but surely. His confidence grew with every achievement and with each new challenge. He knew that he was on the right track and that all this was only possible thanks to his perseverance, willingness to work and inspiring people who had supported him on this journey. Marco's journey as an entrepreneur was never easy, but it was right for him. He understood that real success lies not only in money or material achievements, but in the fact that you remain true to your dreams and constantly move towards them, despite the difficulties. He was happy and grateful for every lesson and experience that came his way, because they made him a stronger and wiser person. This story reminds us that success is not only external achievements, but also spiritual growth and continuity. If you believe in your abilities and are ready to constantly learn and move forward, then nothing is impossible. Don't let difficult moments break you. They are part of a journey that will lead you to achieve your goals. Be bold, determined, and stick to your goals, and eventually you'll find the success you're looking for. If you like this story and are looking for inspiration on how to improve your life and self-confidence, then under the video click on the link to the free book, where you can read about how to get closer to your goal and be proud of yourself. If you like this story, then hit the subscribe button and share this video.